Time for sports on the pulse. Gary Smith, good afternoon to you.
Yep.
A day when you have a lot on your plates, but let me start with Kenichi Yasuhashi. I heard the news last night on Newsnight when the announcement was made that indeed the club had taken a decision to part ways with him. He had some issues that he had to go sort out with 25 days out of the country. But the big question now is, how will Hearts of Oak fare now that this man is leaving?
Well, today on one of our sister stations, Frank Nelson, the club board member, said that Preko will take temporary charge of the game that they have this weekend against Dreams FC. If by that time they have not gotten anybody in terms of a substantive head coach. So that's what they will do. But going forward, I'm one of those that thinks that it's Kenichi that will benefit from this parting of ways than Hearts of Oak. They needed him for this period to finish what he started, then he needs them.
So it means that for Hearts of Oak, it will be back to the turbulent times, at least until they find a replacement.
Well, yeah, because this situation is peculiar because I feel that the players, apart from the fact that they are professionals, they were playing for him as well.
Yeah.
And if there's a new figure there, they have to start all over again and so on and so forth. It's going to be a bit difficult.
Okay. What are the two things that you would say Kenny brought to Hearts that was non-existent before his arrival?
He brought back the love for the club from the fan base. Okay, so, I mean, anywhere in Ghana you went. And this is a decision, if it were England, somebody from the Premier League will call the club and say, reconsider this decision before you take it because it affects the league anywhere, you know. So he was bringing money to all the grounds he went to because people wanted to see him. Okay. The second thing is that he brought discipline to the club, which has not been there in the past couple of quarters.
It's happened already, so let's see how that goes. But Gary, take it away.
Yeah, you'll still be here because we have more in terms of the reaction to the departure of Kenichi Yasuhashi. Frank Nelson, the club board member I referenced, has defended the club's decision to let him go.
Well, we'll sit in a situation where the coach comes in to say that he wants an option, that he wants to attend the training course for 25 days. It's not just for 5 matches, 25 days, which includes training matches for our players. And then the coach feels that he doesn't want to hold us to ransom. He feels that he wants to give the club the option because he feels that 25 days is big enough for him to leave the post for any other person to handle, and he decides to give the club the option. Please, can you just terminate this? And it's a club I love the supporters, I want to continue, but I think that 25 days out of my working position is not going to be easy for me because about 5-6 matches, and more importantly, you are playing Kotoko on second leg, which I lost on the first leg, so it will not be fair on my side to say that keep the job for me for 25 days before I come, because I never know what will happen even in the 25 days.
Right, so that was Frank Nelson speaking there. But we shift gears to that other big story that happened during the weekend. Isaac Dogbe, the Royal Storm, they call him. He was able to bring his opponent down. The hype around this fight was very good, so there was a lot of interest. So we are asking, what next for the African featherweight champion? What did you think of that bout?
I mean, I remember the prelude when he said the Ugandan said he would put him in chains and send him back to Uganda. Now it turns out that the chains he brought, he's actually chained himself with it and gone back with it.
Right.
But so, good job by the Ghanaian boxer. Very good job.
Okay. All right. So Francis will take leave of us, and then we have the champion himself in studio. The African featherweight champion, the WBO, Isaac Dogbe, is with us here. Even as we begin to look at, so this are highlights of the fight at the Accra Sports Stadium. There's one question I want to ask Isaac Dogbe though. Where at the point where he brings him down, and I think it's somewhere here. I want us to see before I start talking to him. But Isaac, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Right. Now, there's a point in this, and the highlights, I hope it comes sooner. I'm sure they'll show us. When you knock him down the final time, when he goes down, you do something like this over his head. And you do this. You go to the ropes and you throw whatever it is you took from his head away. Explain. I was watching it with somebody, the highlights with somebody, and the person had her own theories about what it was. Tell us what it was.
You know, just a little bit of banter, you know. He came out saying he was going to chain me with his own chain. And I actually said I was going to, you know, it will be by his own chain that he gets hanged. So that was me, the impression of me hanging him by the neck with his own chain and taking him to his corner to take him back to Uganda, you know.
I got it. But, I mean, it's the feeling about the fight was very good. It was 6 rounds. In your own words, take us through them.
You know, it was from the onset. We knew if someone's in the army, it's not a first time for an army person. You know, the people in the army, when they're boxing, you know, they are very conditioned. They are strong, even if they don't have the skills or anything. But physically, they are strong. So the first onset was to go in there and just go and take him out, just go and hurt him, and just control him, just let him give up, basically, so weaken his spirit. So that's, first, after the first round, after I hit him with a body shot, he was just crumbled on the floor.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so since then, we saw the fear. I saw the fear in him. And then my dad was like, no, there's no need for you to take him out because there are a lot of people there, and people travel.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, amazing. And then you throw it away. And then okay, take us through it. Yeah. Your dad said you should.
Yeah, my dad was like, there's no need for him to stop him. Because a lot of people have traveled from far to come and see the fight. So just let it go around low. That's why, I just started playing around a little bit because I knew I could stop him anytime I wanted. Once you have someone by the balls, you can do anything with the person.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we did. And then round 4, Azuma said to Alhaji Yunusa, I'm sure you saw a man just come to our corner. Yeah, he was like, you know what? Just take him out, he
Azuma said so?
Yeah, he said, we'll cover Miajola, so hurry up, let's go, So actually, my dad says, you know what, just in the round 5, he said, just go there, set him up, and then he take him in the next round, and that's exactly what I did,
What was the influence of some of these big names? We saw ex-President Rawlings there, but Azuma Nelson in particular, I mean, for him to have said that to you, what was his influence throughout the fight?
I mean, Azuma Nelson is someone I really look up to. He was in my training camp for this fight, just a couple of days before the fight. And then at the complex, he came there. He was in his suit. Give me a few pointers. If you see a man dressed as nice as you are, come and still showing you some few moves. You know that we're going somewhere. So I mean, listen. I really admire him. So that's why, and I want to thank him so much for his words of encouragement. And from now, he's also part of Team Dogbe.
This is the second defense of the title you won in December. What next? You want to defend it a third time?
I was supposed to be fighting for junior world title before the WB organization said I had to fight Kakembo. So right now, Kakembo's out of the way. There's a possibility of, a big fight coming up, but we cannot disclose that just yet until everything.
So that's what I'm saying. Finalized. Is it going to be is it a mandatory defense though?
No. Right now, it's not mandatory that I fight anyone.
Yes.
I can just leave the title, and proceed for the world, But
you like it?
Not that I love it. I like it because I worked hard for it. So, like I said, when the big things come, we'll see what happens next.
Okay.
But definitely we're going for, a world title. We're chasing for a world title,
World title coming up. Now, the organization of the fight was brilliant. It was as good as Bukum Banku versus Aite Powers. What do you think is the role of the orderliness in you having your peace of mind for this?
Every fighter, what you want is that, every coach, what you want your fighter to do is just to have, clear conscience, a clear mind. Because when you're going in there, anything can happen. Things can get tough. So the thing is that's why my dad works everything around me. And having the media to support us, to promote the show, having the ex-president in there, having many dignitaries and ministers, it shows that boxing in Ghana is actually going somewhere. We had someone actually made a comment that, you little boy, how come you're attracting so many big names, big people, So it shows that since I landed in this country, we are actually, like we said, we're taking boxing back to the old glory days. It's actually, boxing is actually going forward. So I want to thank the promotion, Aborigines Beach Resort Promotion, the Rising Star Beach Resort, Rising Star Africa Promotions, and everyone that was involved, you know, and all my media partners, Joy News, Multimedia, and, you know, TV Africa, everyone.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for coming, and more grease to your elbow. It's been great working with you. I mean, I've worked with a lot of boxers, but somebody closer to my side of age is not been, and with your kind of mentality, you should meet Komi and some of the other guys as well. You guys are really doing a good job, and there's so much that you are seen to be bringing to boxing in Ghana for the next 10 years. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Did they show your title again? May I, please?
Of course.
Thank you. Oh, always handy to have the title here. So this has been the title-winning edition of The Sport with me, your new African featherweight media champion, Gary Al Smith. And the man who's going to be contending me is Isaac Dogbe. We'll see you later.
They actually forgot. This how you do it, you know. And, you know.
Hey, slow down. Bye.